I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you like me, my YouTube channel, or anything that I say or do. It doesn't matter whether you light-skinned or dark-skinned. I greet all of you all with the same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with me, with you. You can be my family, friends, or my proclaimed enemy, and I greet you the same way. Tonight happened to be Sunday, July the 12th, 2020, time of the change, time of the vision. The time being about 10:58 p.m. 2020, time of the change, time of the vision. All I want to say is I thank God for the 24 years that He allowed me to be down here. I thank Him for all the people that I met, family, friends, and proclaimed enemies, those that attacked me and those that supported me. I learned from them all. One thing that I learned a long time ago, you can learn from a fool, and you can tell a fool when they open their mouth. But I want to also thank God for the soon-to-be 14 and 15 years that my two daughters, who was born and raised here in Charleston, Missouri, I want to thank God for the time that He allowed them to be able to see the surroundings. But I also want to just say, my fight, even though we are preparing to leave Charleston, Missouri, I thank God for the peace that's being here. I thank God for all of those who are sincere in trying to keep unity in the community, and they're sincere about trying to get change here in Charleston, Missouri. You see what I'm saying? Some are and some not. If the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't put it on. You see what I'm saying? If you think that I'm talking about you, then you must be one of the ones that don't want change. I know I won't change. I appreciate it, even though I may not be in a circle of people that's fighting for change, but I have my own circle. You see what I'm saying? Because when I get on a platform, you see what I'm saying? What I say, I mean, and what I mean, I say. And I lead by an example. You see what I'm saying? Our new generation, we have to do and think about what Frederick Douglass said. You see what I'm saying? Frederick Douglass said, it's easier to build up strong children than to repair broken men and women. You see what I'm saying? But let me say this here. My fight now, like it's always been, and it's solo, because none has never ever stood up when me and my family fight against injustice at the Family Dollar Store here in Charleston, Missouri, at 601 South Main Street, store number 9411, when a white female accused my then 13-year-old daughter of stealing. Her and her mother hadn't lived here since 2008, but February the 13th of 2020, a white female falsely accused my daughter, and said she had a picture and never produced a check. The manager didn't do nothing, corporation didn't do nothing, so I personally went to the Missouri Human Rights Commission. I'm fighting it by myself. Ain't no organizations helping us, ain't no preachers, ain't nobody else, but that's their prerogative, and I don't look down on you, because my fight is my fight. Whether you join it or not, that's up to you. But I know I'd fought a lot of people's fights that wasn't mine. You see, my fight against the Charleston, Missouri Police Department here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, it's always been mine by itself. It took me 19 years fighting by myself, no organizations, none of these national known organizations, preachers or nobody else, black or white, and I'm not looking down on y'all because you don't owe me nothing, but it showed me something. You see, none of them fought, but at 19 or going on 20 years, it took 19 years for me to get a judge to get something off of my record that the chief of police now here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, put on there 19 or 20 years ago. The same chief of police refused when I be assaulted, refused when I be harassed, refused when a white bus driver do something to my child in the Charleston R1 school district here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, or when a white female falsely accused my daughter of doing something. He refused to put any type of police reports. Judges do the same thing, not all. You see what I'm saying? But that's my fight. But it's showing me something that it's time for me to leave to get my daughters and them out of here. We living in a town of 5,947 people. And the census tell us that blacks is 51% here in this small town. But blacks do not have authority over nothing. The courts is ran by all white judges and prosecuting attorneys. You may have one black, a public defender that's out of Illinois. The city hall is ran by whites. The sheriff department is ran by whites. The police department is ran by whites. You have one black police officer. And you have no black sheriff deputies. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's showing my daughters and them something. Charleston R1 school district, I don't care how many principals and assistant principals they put in there. You see what I'm saying? It's ran by all whites. Everything in this town is ran by all whites. You see what I'm saying? But one thing about it, I want to be able to take my two young daughters while I'm yet still alive to show them that there's other places in this country, in this world, where whites don't run everything. You see, I could take them to Chicago, Illinois, where you're going to see plenty of black judges, prosecuting attorneys, chief of police, doctors, lawyers, nurses, and black people that'll stand up with you when a white accuse you of stealing something in their store and they don't have any proof of it. White and blacks that'll stick up with you, stand up with you, and protest with you if you left with a bus driver and a bus driver abuse you on the bus. But that's just not happening here in Charleston, Missouri. And maybe this is the way that the people want to live. But I don't want to live this way. And anybody that don't like what I'm saying, stop looking at my YouTube, because I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying, and I'm going to keep on spreading the word to let people know before you move your children down here. Be prepared to fight. Before you move your children down here and go join a church, join one of these organizations, do you some history. You see what I'm saying? Because you will be fighting by yourself unless you are part of the status quo, unless you're a part of the good old boy system. I'm not a part of the status quo. I'm not a part of the good old boy system. I am a believer and follower of God. But I'm going to let y'all say it. I'm going to say this here and I'm going to end, y'all. One thing about me, when I leave this place, the Charleston R1 School District, the Charleston Police Department, the 33rd Circuit Court here in Mississippi County, Charleston, Missouri, the Sheriff Department, present Sheriff Department administration here in Charleston, Missouri, black and white leaders here in Charleston, Missouri, ministers, organizations. If the shoe fit, wear it. Y'all ain't heard the last of me, because I'm going to expose how y'all, and if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it, how y'all allow little children, black children, to be abused down here. Like how y'all allow elders to be assaulted. How y'all allow children, black children and black elders to be assaulted. Black children to be raped and molested, and you don't do nothing or say nothing about it. This is the only town that I ever been in that they ain't marching in front of the courtroom asking for justice. They ain't marching in front of the police department and the sheriff department and demanding justice. You see what I'm saying? They ain't going around these monuments that they have of Christopher Columbus, who didn't discover America, but he came over here. He was a rapist and a robber. But they're going to teach you in the school that Christopher Columbus is some type of hero. He's not a hero. Christopher Columbus is a murderer and a rapist. Y'all remember that. They taking down the monuments of some of these generals, army generals that was Confederate. You know why they doing it? They tearing it down because the history has been manipulating and lying to people. These people that got this Constitution together, they had slaves. Most of them was rapists and robbers. But you ain't gonna see that type of protest here. You see this shirt here saying I can't breathe? I don't want my daughters and them to be laying on the ground saying they can't breathe, because ain't none of these leaders, black or white, gonna come to their rescue. If they didn't come to their rescue when the judge refused to prosecute people, when the police department refused to prosecute people that was assaulting us. You see, in some places you can go, white and black people will come to your rescue when you say you can't breathe. I can't hardly breathe in this town, but once I get up out of here, I'll be able to breathe real good. I'm going to leave you as I came, with the peace and blessing of God be with you. Peace be still.